Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Samara, and if this is the first time that you have visited my channel, well, thank you for clicking. Do join the family by subscribing. Just so you know, I like to share my tips and tricks that I've learned over the years in terms of hair, makeup, nails, skincare routines. Now, that does not by any means mean that I'm super old. I'm only 31, but I fell in love with makeup at a very young age. And since then, I've pretty much used, tested, invested my time and effort into different products, and I would like to share with you my recommendations so that you don't waste your money and time like I have, but you can learn from that and find your perfect product. So I got you covered, dude. And if you have been here before, well, thank you for joining me again and showing your love. I do appreciate it. I hope you're all having a fantastic day, because I certainly am. But without boring you any further, I'm going to jump right in. You can see by the title today, I'm going to be talking to you about colour correcting and concealing, more so under the eyes, because that's where I feel like a lot of people struggle. I certainly do. Now, I know they're not the worst. I do know family and friends that have darker under eyes and do struggle with them a lot more than I do, but it is still a struggle. For those that don't know what colour correcting is, it's pretty much a tool that you can use, or a method even, that you can use to cancel out certain areas of your face due to redness, pimples, scarring. For me, it's pretty much the under eye area. As you can see on camera, I'm not wearing anything on my face, so I've got no foundation, nothing. So on my bare skin, you can really see how dark my under eyes are. Now, before you come at me, I know there's so many people out there that have worse under eyes than I do, but this is definitely an area that I have struggled with in the past. But over the years, I have learned how to prepare my skin, especially the areas that I struggle with, before I apply makeup. Now, I used to use a lot of colour correcting back in the days to cover up my under eyes and around my mouth, because I would have a lot of discoloration around this area. If I was, whoa, if you can hear whistling in the background, I'm so sorry, it's my window. It's pretty windy outside and it's raining, so please ignore that. Colours used for colour correcting would be green, purple, orange, and red for some. Now, this is something that I can talk to you in another video in depth, as in what colour is used for what. But so green is to cover redness, and that can be just red patches on your face, because I know people do struggle with that, or even pimples. You've got a juicy fresh pimple, it will be sore, but it will be red. So green is great at cancelling out redness. We've got purple. Purple can really brighten up your face when you've got dull areas, and that could be under the eyes for some, but just certain areas of the face. Now, I'm a person that struggles with covering my under eyes. But there are people out there, and I know people personally that do this. They will layer on the concealer under the eyes and in other certain areas, on pimples, etc., to really cover that area, when all you need to do is simply colour correct. And you don't need a thick layer of colour correcting products. You just need to colour correct your area and then go over with foundation. So for example, just so you know what I'm talking about, if I want to cover a red patch, I don't know, let's say I've got red patches on my cheeks. Now, I wouldn't be plastering my whole face with a green colour corrector patch here. And if I'm going to go in with a lot of green colour corrector on top, it may look grey when I apply my foundation. When you want to use green colour corrector, literally borderlining the red area, and then you can put on your foundation. The same goes with under the eyes. So I've got dark under eyes. Now, there's no point me applying orange concealer? Colour corrector. Now, there's no point me applying orange colour corrector all over my eyes, or any, like my whole face even, because the area that I need to target is the under eyes. And I really only need to colour correct the dark areas. Now, orange neutralises dark areas, dark circles, and blue undertones. And I have got more like a blue undertone, dark circle situation going on. So for me, orange is best. When I say orange, I don't mean super orange in your face orange. I'm trying to think. Not like, this is not really a proper orange, it's not a great example, but not like this type of orange, more so like a peach or a salmon type tone. That is best to cover the under eyes. Now I'm going to show you exactly how I do that in this video, so do stay tuned. Show you how to color correct, especially if you're a skin tone like me. You can use orange, and there are so many different oranges out there. So when it comes to color correcting, orange is pretty much the only color that I would go for, or a peach even. So I will show you on camera today exactly how to color correct under the eye. I don't struggle with redness, so I won't be using a green corrector. I don't struggle with dullness. Well, I mean, I think everyone does in one way or the other. I'll be using a peach. When I say peach, I'm talking about this type of color. Can you see? That's got a darker skin tone than me could probably achieve the same results with a more of an orange color corrector like these two, which I'll talk to you about in a moment, or even a red. And I know that sounds a bit scary, but red is great for darker skin tones and will cancel out all the dark areas. In terms of color correcting products, there is so many out there. Now, one that is super inexpensive would be this LA Girl. Yeah, this LA Girl one here, which is called the LA Girl Pro Conceal High Definition Concealer, and it comes in these tubes like this. I've got three different colors here. So I've got the darkest orange, which is this one here, and this is called the Orange Concealer, and I'll just show you exactly what this looks like. So it comes in a tube like this with a brush tip, and I'll just show you exactly what this looks like and how orange it is. So you can just squeeze that, and that's how orange the orange corrector is. A shade lighter than this that I have, which is one that I do reach for, is called the Peach Corrector. I'll show you exactly what this looks like. Second one here, and I have another one in front of me that I can show you, which is called the Light Ivory, and again, just on the back of my hand, this is the lighter one just there. So another good orange corrector that I would reach for is this one here by Revolution in the shade Peach, and this is, like the name suggests, it's pretty much a cushion there, and then you dip into the product on the other side like so, and this was great. I used to use this quite a lot actually, and like the name suggests, it's a cushion which looks like this, and the product is in there. If I just show you exactly what it looks like, looks like that. And again, this is one of the perfect shades for me, so if you've got a similar skin tone to me, this would work perfectly. Moving on, another one that I used to reach for, now this is a little bit on the drying side, but again, still great, and this is the Pro Base Prime and Conceal Correcting Cream by MUA, and I believe I brought this from Superdrug, and this is a doe foot applicator like that, and if I apply it on my hand, looks like this, slightly darker than the other ones, just on the end. Looking at this, I think this is dried out. If you buy this product, it's great. This is, however, has dried out and needs to be thrown away. Okay, so another product that I used to like using was this one here. This is by Max Factor, and this is called the Color Corrector to correct dark spots. And if I use this on my hand, that's pretty damn light. This looks light on camera, but it's not. It's a super light peach color, but that's great for the under eyes as well, for those that don't have super dark under eyes. I'm going to apply my makeup on this side without color corrector, my normal makeup routine, and on this side I'm going to use the color corrector, and I'll show you exactly how I do this if that's something that you would like to do. I'm not actually wearing any makeup apart from my eyes. I need to prime my face, and today I'm going to use the Kiko Hydra Pro Glow, and I'm just going to pop that all over my face. I'm going to apply the same to the eyes. I don't know if you know this, but when it comes to dabbing product on your under eyes, I'm not sure where I saw this. It may have been Wayne Goss, and I mean, whoever it was explained how the best way to dab product on your under eye is to use your wedding finger, wedding ring finger, wedding finger, and just dab the product in place like this, because apparently if you was to use your index finger, middle finger, or even your pinky finger, you tend to put a lot more pressure on without realizing, and the skin underneath our eyes is super thin. So the best way to apply the product is to use your wedding finger. Now I am primed, and you can tell my face is sticky and is ready for the foundation. But before I do that, I'm going to color correct under my eyes, and today I'm going to use the LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade Peach. Was it? Yes, the Peach corrector. So you can either put this in the back of your hand and then apply it. I'm just going to go straight in and apply it under my eyes. So I'm just going to put enough here, because there's no point me plastering the whole under eye area. I'm just going to cover the dark area. I'm just going to use the wedding finger and then just pat this in place. And I don't know if you can notice, I'm not rubbing this product down. I'm only going to concentrate it around the area which is dark, which is typically, if you can see on this eye, just underneath here, and you can see that nice round curve. And I'm just going to fill that in. Let's colour in the face. To be honest, I didn't actually even need it on this side. So I'm just going to dab, dab, dab. You can see already how much of a difference that makes. I mean, well, I'm not going to add any more product. I'm just going to make sure that I've got all that product absorbed. And I've just got a little bit extra. So why not just cover this weird mark on my nose? Okay, so already you can see a difference. So that's, this side is without a colour corrector, and then this side is with a colour corrector. So I've applied the colour corrector. I'm going to apply my foundation and I'll be right back. So I'm back. I have applied the foundation to my face. I haven't done anything to the under eye on my left eye because we're going to be leaving it bare for the concealer. And if you remember correctly, the right eye, I have covered it with the orange concealer, the orange colour corrector, and we're going to cover both eyes with concealer, and I want you to really see the difference. So under the eyes today, I'm going to use my trusted Maybelline corrector. What? My Maybelline concealer, hello. And I'm going to be concealing the under eyes today with this. Set my concealer, I tend to reach for the Laura Mercier translucent powder, or the Hourglass translucent powder, which is called the Veil, I believe. Yeah, which looks like this. Today I'm going to be using this because I just think it sets the under eye beautifully. Packaging on this is just so beautiful. Don't know if you can see. And the powder itself is just amazing. I have my beauty blender ready because once I've applied the concealer, I'm actually going to use the same wet sponge to apply the setting powder, just because I feel like it locks it all in place and then won't budge. Apply the concealer to my right eye, just a little bit here and a little bit there, and the same to the left eye, like so. And then I'm just going to blend this out. You want to blend out this concealer all the way here, because the more you take this out, the more of a lift it's going to give you. I wouldn't say I've got droopy eyes, but I do like to do that. So can you see any difference? No colour corrector, colour corrector. I have used a good concealer today. The colour correcting side does look slightly better, but for the effort I feel like the left one will do too. I think that it's still quite dark. You've got to remember that I used a concealer that's very close to my skin shade. You could of course go in with a lighter shade and that would really brighten up the under eye. What I like to use at this point is the brightening powder underneath there, and I'm not necessarily adding a lot of powder to it. I'm not setting it because it has already been set. I'm just going to brighten up the area with this powder, like so. So that is the concealer done. I'm going to do the rest of my face and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. I have applied my full face. What do you think? I really wanted you to see the final product and really compare the two. So this side was colour correcting side and concealer. This side was just concealer. And honestly, I don't see a massive difference. And I'm telling you this because colour correcting is great if you've got dark, super dark under eyes, or colour correcting certain areas due to redness, blemishes, scars, pimples, anything else that you need to neutralize and cover with your foundation. You can do so with color correcting. However, when it comes to under eyes or certain areas of the face, you could use a pretty good concealer and get the same results. I'll just come closer to the camera. So only concealer, color corrector and concealer. Can you see a difference? In reality, I don't know if the camera's picking up, in reality I really can't see a difference. When it comes to makeup, I feel like in a lot of aspects of makeup, less is more. You don't need to apply colour correcting products if you don't need it. And you've got to think about it. You've got to be logical. The more layers you apply to your skin, the more layers you're going to have to work with. So the less layers that you apply to your face, the better the end result, because you've got less layers, less textures to work with. So you don't need to apply color correcting if you don't need it. You could probably opt for a good concealer and really just get the same look. Before you go, however, I would like to say thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your love. I really do. I have noticed that I am getting the views on my videos, which alhamdulillah I'm very, very grateful of. I really would like you to give me a thumbs up. Tell me that you like the videos. Please do subscribe. Feel free to check out my Instagram page. I will link that down below in the bio, and all the products that I used on my face, including my eyes, lashes, etc. I will include down below. Take care, Allah Hafiz, Rabba Khair, Tally ho!